Hello, my dear friend, and welcome. It's October, and life has been especially full around here as my family works hard to put up all the garden produce that has slowly matured throughout the summer. It seems like it's all ripening at once, so it does keep us pretty busy. Over the years, my mom has found that growing and storing up enough food to feed our family of 12 saves so much money that we would otherwise be spending on buying it, so growing food has become a large part of our family's lifestyle. And as this harvest season rolls in, I've also found myself picking up books again, which is great because I feel like in the last couple years I haven't read much. And mostly I started reading again because some friends gave me some good recommendations and they're keeping me accountable. And they really are good books that once I have started reading, I've had a hard time to put down. So I am going to share a couple of my favorites with you that I've read. The Scarlet Pimpernel is a classic that I had actually never heard before, but now it's really like one of my favorite books. It's so good. It's good. Right now I'm currently working through North and South, which kind of has a Pride and Prejudice feel with with the setting and with the character development. It's very Jane Austen. And then there's 1000 Gifts by Anne Voskamp that I'm working on right now. And this one has had a profound impact on me. I'm about 7/8 of the way through this one, and I'm reading it really slowly because I don't want it to end. One of the biggest takeaways that I have had in reading this book was learning to actually see the blessings in my everyday life, like the small overlooked gifts, because I feel like at Thanksgiving, everybody sits down and they say, I'm thankful for my family and this house and my job and all those big things, which we are, very grateful for. But at the same time, it's been really life-changing now to be able to see the small things, not just the big things. This is my 1000 Gifts notebook, and I'm trying to add about a dozen a day so that by the end of the year I'll be finished. That's my idea anyway. I'm not making very fast progress. All these things that I'm writing down are seemingly insignificant and they're very random even to me. And if I read off just a couple, which I will do, I think you'll see what I mean. 31. Anticipation of a friend's visit. 32. Fulfilling a childhood dream. 33. Creating a song. 34. Grumpy horses. But learning to be thankful every day just takes it to a whole nother level, I feel like. And I want to be able to see those little things that God has blessed me with and then turn that awareness of all those little things into quiet prayers of thanks throughout the day to God. And I've noticed something as I do this. Whenever I'm busy being thankful, whenever I'm busy breathing out gratitude, I don't have the breath to complain. One of the central themes in 1000 Gifts is this. When we live our lives poured out as an offering, and when our ordinary everyday tasks are done in service to Christ, then He pours joy back into our hearts. And when we bless others, we are blessed in return. Maybe not always materially, but spiritually for sure if our hearts are in the right place. True contentment and deep, abiding joy are found in communion with the Lord and in seeking to serve and glorify Him. So, practically, what does this look like in everyday life? First, I would say our daily work, whether it's your job or if you're at home cooking, doing chores, caring for little ones, or if you're running a business, it can either feel like a tiresome checklist that has to be done, or it can become an act of worship. And it's all about the posture of our hearts. Second, we can look for ways to be a blessing to the people around us, our families, neighbors, church family. Sometimes we miss opportunities simply because we aren't paying attention, or we think we don't have time, or sometimes it is just a matter of lacking ideas. So I thought I would share a few simple, thoughtful ways to bless someone this week. Do something small for a family member without them even asking. I feel like when you notice a need of someone very close to you in your life and you do something to meet that need, even if it's just something small like packing somebody's lunch or just going and getting their shoes for them, I don't know. Even those little simple things can make someone feel really seen and loved. Great. Send a handwritten note by mail. In a world of instant messages, a real letter in the mailbox is very rare and a very meaningful surprise. I try to do this one myself, and when I do, I also try to add a little bit of artwork to include a little bit of my personality, which I hope is humorous to the recipient because my artwork isn't grand. It's a little, shall we say, sketchy. Invite someone over for a chat over tea or coffee. A little chat and a listening ear can mean everything to someone who is going through a hard time. Just be sure to listen well and pray with them. Bring someone a small gift, maybe a meal, a loaf of bread, or a bunch of fresh flowers. It doesn't need to be extravagant to be meaningful. Celebrate someone else's win, big or small, even if they weren't planning on celebrating it themselves. If you bake and surprise someone with a cake or plan a fun little event to celebrate something big in their life, it's going to mean a lot to them.
Great.
Tell someone you're praying for them and then actually do it. So that could be either writing the prayer request down on your prayer list and then actually remembering to pray for them, or if you're sure that you'll forget, consider praying with that person right then and there on the spot. I hope this little talk encouraged you to become a person who lives a life of gratitude and who sees the blessings around them, as well as working on becoming a blessing yourself. So that's all I have for you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!